Hey guys and girls, Tommy Jordan here. I'm calling this video Secret Time. Secret Time. It's not going to get any better. There's a comedian by the name of Bob Kreischer that he has a skit called Secret Time, and then he tells you some secret that's supposed to be funny. Mine is not going to be funny. Mine's going to be real. So, Secret Time. It's not going to get any better. I heard the news today, and I listen to the news about every day, once or twice. I have my smart device just bring me the headlines. And so I've been following this trend for months now. Unemployment, you know. And I'm also in the tech sector, the IT sector specifically. So my clients own businesses. In fact, all of my clients own businesses. That's who my clients are. So I'm seeing the ramifications of the way the world is changing in their businesses because I'm helping them adapt. That's my job. And I guess I wanted to share this because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that probably think it's okay, it's going to get better, my job will come back, I just got to make it through the next month or I got to make it through phase 2, or I got to make it through the next 3 months, wherever that number might be. Secret time. It's not going to get any better. The world as we know it has changed. I don't mean leave politics out of it, leave masks, no masks, leave all that out of it. The worldscape we live in has changed, and it's changed forever. Will some of it return back to quasi what we would call normal 6 months ago? Yeah, sure it will. But very little of it will. And I'll give you some examples. Restaurants. We're in phase 2. Our governor just today extended it for another 35 days till at least September 11th. So restaurants will have been closed for 4.5 months. Over half of them are never coming back. Chains, Outbacks will close, Applebee's will close, a lot of mom and pops will close. They'll never return. Sure, something will at some point in time take over their space and will hire someone to do something, but there's a good chance it won't be you. And there's a good chance it won't be tomorrow or even next month. Because a lot of the businesses that would normally jump in and buy that spot don't have any money because they've been floating payroll for 3 and 4 months, or trying to float payroll, hopefully, to keep people somewhat employed, and they don't have $200,000 to go make a 20% investment in a new building. So they can't buy that building. And so there won't be a restaurant there for maybe 2 more years. Maybe it sits empty. One of my best friends, and used to be business partner, works for a very large national company that has some international ties, and they do call center work for the U.S. government, for a bunch of people. They have giant, I mean big facilities where they bring in 100 people. These guys work. They're server farms, data centers. Not only have they discovered in the last 3 months that they don't need to do that full time, they made a decision last week. They don't need to do it at all. Their employees are working 100% effective from home. They're shutting the building down. They emptied out the entire. They're literally dumping out the entire data center. Now they kept their employees. That's great, but the janitor service company that serviced them is going to be gone. The laundry company that may have served them is gone. The supply companies that service them with copier contracts or telephone contracts will be gone and replaced by people that do it in a different manner. Maybe replaced totally with a VoIP solution that ports to cell phones. So in addition to maybe, let's say, 100 high-paid, highly skilled technical employees all being able to work from home, that may cost another supporting company that supports this business enough money that they go under. Hotels are suffering. Airlines are suffering. Airlines are starting to go bankrupt and shut down. Schools, the effect it's going to have on our children. Like it or not, last year, the last part of the school year, the one that ended in May or June for some students, that produced a lot of idiots that passed their grade. I have a lot of friends with kids that are straight A students. I mean, honor roll students normally, literally just failed classes. Not because they're dumb. In fact, quite the opposite. They're so smart that the only person that can stay home with them and babysit while they're in school was grandma. And so, well, guess what? Your average 11-year-old on a laptop is way smarter than grandma. So yeah, grandma, I'm doing my schoolwork. He's on YouTube. He's on Twitch. He's playing games. He's got one ear in his virtual classroom to be president. Meanwhile, he's eye-twitching YouTube on the screen. Kids aren't dumb, but the result's going to be last year, and I fear this year we're going to have an education deficit of immense proportions that's going to cause us problems. You're going to have, I'll say a 10th grader that should have really passed algebra, that maybe he'll do fine next year when he takes geometry, but now when he goes to college, even though he may have taken a pass-fail in algebra, he has no comprehension of algebra whatsoever. He just got by on COVID grades because people felt sorry for him and wanted him to pass, which is what happened to most of America this last school year. And so he's going to be in remedial algebra, or he's just not going to be in math at all, or he's going to have to change job fields or career choices. And that's going to happen throughout all kinds of sectors. Our education system at every year, every grade of student got screwed last year, and they're going to get screwed worse this year. You can plan for 2 years of your young student's life to be totally and irrevocably just taken away. That's never going to get back. Their education this year is going to suck. There's going to be some parents that rise above that, and I'm proud of them, and I hope you're all that guy. But most of you won't be. Most of you have jobs to go back to. You have to back because maybe one of you's not working and the other one is. Our unemployment rate was somewhere around the tune of 10.8%, which if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around 40 million unemployed Americans right now. You figure there's 330 some Americans in the United States. That's 10 to 11% of the workforce that, keep in mind that 30 million of those 40 had jobs 6 months ago. It's not like you're going to be competing at McDonald's with a 12-year-old, or I'm sorry, a 15-year-old anymore. You're going to be competing at McDonald's or at Hardee's for job flipping burgers to pay the bills, hopefully at $11, $12 an hour if you're lucky, with someone who used to manage a McDonald's, or someone that used to be a construction foreman, or someone that used to be a bookkeeper, because they got to have jobs too. The jobs that remain are going to become competitive. The price won't go up, but the job pool is going to be significantly broader for employers to pick from. Take it from me, I'm an employer. I have all kinds of options now I didn't have before. A lot of companies are investing money in technology to improve efficiency, which, as a byproduct, by the way, decreases the amount of people it takes to do the job. I implemented an HR solution for a client that cost them around $7,500 a year to manage all of the HR, payroll, onboarding, hiring, firing, termination, document storage for $7,000. Guess what? I took about $25,000 to have the HR director's salary, and now that client doesn't need one. Why pay the extra $25,000 for an HR director when we automated everything, and now we do it for $7,000 a year? For an employer, that's a smart choice. For the person that may have won the job as HR director, well, now your job is only worth $50,000 a year, not $70,000. So if you're coming to apply, it's going to be $20,000 less than it was. It's the same across all sectors. Companies are doing. The truth is, they're embracing the technology that's always been around to help them. They just didn't know it was there. And had this been a gradual shift that occurred over years, it would have gently buffeted the job market, and people would have had time to adapt, to learn new skills, to mold themselves, or to find some new direction. But no, it hit like a tidal wave, and it rocked businesses, both big and small. It's rocked state economies, our national economy, global economies. Things are not going back to normal. The thing I want you to understand is, if you're out there waiting for the world to return to what it was, you need to wake up and stop. It's not going to change back to what it was. That world that we lived in 6 months ago is forever gone. Yes, we'll probably at some point in time be able to quit wearing masks every darn where. I'm so sick and tired of it myself. But we'll probably be able to go back to eating in restaurants at whatever their new occupancy is, which will be the new 100% occupancy. Maybe that now means that a restaurant that used to seat, let's say, 80, now, according to new health standards that are going to come out, let's say in 2021, the new full maximum occupancy for that building might now be reduced to 50. That's going to happen. I mean, it's going to happen across the board. The healthcare system and the health regulations are going to affect every business once they get ironed out. Yes, it does get somewhat political. It's going to depend on who you vote for and who's in office, and that's not an argument I'm here to make today. I can make that argument in another video maybe, but my politics don't matter here. Neither do yours. What matters is that you understand the world is not going to return to what it was. You need to be prepared to adapt, and if you're sitting at home and you're waiting and you're hoping, stop. Get out there, find something. Get your feet under you somehow. Do not sit around and wait thinking that job's coming back for you. Because a lot of employers they're going to try their best, and some will succeed. But if I'll use the restaurant analogy, if a restaurant in town that could seat 80, they operate on a very small profit margin anyway. There's no such thing as a rich restaurant owner or a rich manager or rich hostess. They operate on very tight margins. So when they go back to now only ever being able to serve 50, if that's their new maximum occupancy because of new health regulations, then that restaurant's going to have to make some drastic changes. Menu prices are going to go up. That's a guarantee. Menu selections are going to go down. Staffing is going to go down, but they're going to demand more of less people. They're going to have to, or they won't be able to stay open. That's just restaurants. Hotels, I've stayed at hotels 9 days out of about the last 15. It was like day 4 before I understood. They're not coming to change my sheets right now. They're not coming to do laundry. They're not coming to wash towels because COVID. So now there's new things in play. You have to take your laundry out and sit in the hallway. But for some reason they won't dump your trash that way. I don't know how that works. They just put my trash can back in the room with the trash in it. So, customer services are going down, probably because staffing is going down, but the prices are going up. The airline industry depends on hundreds of thousands of ancillary people to keep it going. People that run Starbucks and pizza joints that serve airports, people that run cleaning services and food services that stock airplanes, people that clean airplanes, people that polish tires on airplanes. All these jobs are going to hurt. Every industry is going to feel this. Every industry. The construction industry and anything related to it, it's booming right now because, and it will always boom. There will be slow months, slow years, but it will always boom. People are never going to stop building things. The problem is not everybody has a knack for being employed at a place that can build stuff. Hopefully, American-made manufacturing is coming back, and that's going to help. But it doesn't help a 49-year-old female retired bookkeeper, or female bookkeeper, not retired. She's retired now, but it doesn't help her because she doesn't have any skill sets that allow her to go to work in a smelting plant or a foundry. Those aren't skills she possesses, nor does she possess the physical ability to do that job. So that won't help her. She's going to have to go look for something in customer service. And she's going to be competing with the girl that used to work at Kmart or Target because now she wants that job. And she's more qualified and will work for the same wage. So younger people are going to be hurt for their education. They're also going to be hurt in the job market. You millennials, and I'm not picking when I say this, usually I would. Today I'm just being serious. This is just hard facts. You millennials think finding a job was hard 6 months ago? Shit. You got no idea how hard it's about to get. Because people my age, 30s and 40s with 15 to 20 years business experience are going to be fighting for the jobs that you wanted to get. And they're going to get them. And it sucks. It's a horrible place to be in. Our country's going to rebound. It's going to come back. It's not going to come back the same. And I guess it's important that people understand that. The America that we have in 2021, regardless of the political regime at the time, is not going to be the one we had in 2020, starting out. It's going to be a tough rebuilding of our nation's work cultures, its socio-economic structure, and the way we interface, the way we do business, the way we conduct business, the things we expect from business. It's funny, in 2 months now I've gone back to expecting it to take me, by the way, I own an IT shop, so me buying a computer for a customer takes about 2 days. I can have it shipped to the door in about two days. Not anymore. If I can find one, it's a month out. You call me tomorrow and say your computer's dead, I need to replace it. I had a client. She might be watching this video. She's in Texas. Tommy, my computer died. I went to Best Buy. They don't have any. I went to Office Max. They don't have any. I'm not saying they ain't got what I want. I mean, they don't have any. Thank you, China. Trump, China, tariff, whatever. Point is, everything in the manufacturing sector globally got hurt really bad the first half of this year. It's going to take that sector years to get back on top. Years. So don't expect Amazon Prime to be shipping computers back out in 2 days again by Black Friday. It's not going to happen. Not for lack of wanting to, because the places that built those things experienced severe ramp downs and severe layoffs and cutbacks, and maybe they haven't opened back up, and maybe they can't get parts and materials. Just like I can't buy bleach wipes on Amazon, in case you don't know why. Have you noticed there's a bleach wipe shortage? If you try to buy bleach wipes, you can't find any. You know why you can't find any? Clorox has already said they're not coming back till probably 2021, and it's not their fault. They're making them as fast as they can. The material they use to make Clorox wipes is the same components and materials they use to make sanitary face masks, and the medical industry has kind of sort of taken priority over an industrial manufacturer like Clorox. So they simply can't get materials to build Clorox wipes. Got plenty of Clorox, they don't have a wipe to put in the bottle. So we can't get them. You can't buy them. And when you can buy them, they're $21 a bottle instead of $9 for a 3-pack. That's the new world. Prices are going to go up. Commodities are going to become more expensive. It's going to be a tough place to live and a tough place to succeed these next couple of years if you have to change over and start again. If you're an employer and you have the opportunity and you have the intestinal fortitude to take on somebody new, now's the time. People need it. I'm trying to hire a new guy now. I may try and hire a second new guy in the future. I can't pay him what I would like to pay him, but if I can pay him enough to put food on the table, that's more than they had last week. Maybe my business will grow. Maybe I'll be one of the ones that benefits from this. So far we have been, but it doesn't mean that your business does. I got clients that run very successful businesses that are struggling to even make payroll because their business is suffering so bad right now. First, they're starting by closing 1 day a week, hoping that will offset the loss, or having people shift to part-time, hoping that will offset the loss, or lowering pay for some people, hoping that will offset the loss. And these are stopgap measures that they're doing. They're band-aids they're applying, trying to keep the blood from flowing out of their business, and they're doing the best they can. But that's not sustainable. They're going to lose clients, they're going to lose employees, and I may lose clients because of it. Many businesses are in my same shoes. The job atmosphere is not going to get easier to get into. It's going to get much more difficult rapidly, and it's going to stay difficult for a long time. That I can promise. I don't need to be an economist to know that. I'm telling you that's the truth. If you want to find a job, you better start looking now, and you better start looking hard, and you better be willing to go outside your comfort zone. Because I don't want to see people that I love and care for and that I've known, working menial jobs or not working jobs at all. But that's where the world's headed. School teachers that won't have enough income. They'll be managers at a Hobby Lobby, or they'll be a front desk lady at a vet clinic like my wife's, or they'll be, the bookkeeper at Joe's Tire Service. Who knows? But secret time. It's not going back to how it was. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to share. I guess I need to say that. So now I've said it. Feel free to agree or disagree in the comments below. I always appreciate the dialogue. Subscribe if you like. Have a good day, y'all.